Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. In this video I am going to discuss about what are the basic operations on lists in Python, what are the different ways to perform these basic operations, examples on performing basic operations. First, like variables, Python lists also supports different operations. So these lists respond to the various operations such as concatenation, repetition, membership, iteration, maximum of a list, minimum of a list, length of the list, sorting, reverse. Like these things can be done with the help done on this list. Out of this, we are going to discuss about few of the ways to perform these basic operations. So to perform these operations, we have some functions as well as methods, such as for concatenation or joining, we can also say we have a symbol called plus symbol. For repetition, we have a symbol called asterisk. For membership, we have in, not in. Iteration, we can use in the loops. Length, we have a function called len. For maximum, we have a function called max. For minimum, we have a function called min. And for sorting, we have a function called sort. Now, first one, concatenation or join. What does this concatenation or join means? So, adding up one or more lists, or we can simply say that concatenating two or more lists in the Python. That is adding up two lists and making it into a single list. That is called as the concatenation. What is the easiest way is by simply using the plus operator. So let us know the syntax. Before going to do this, okay, syntax is none other than the plus operator. Before going to do that, so let us take a list ABC with these elements 1, 9, 22, 13, FGD equal to 6, 12, 14. Mix equal to ABC plus FGD. That means we are performing or concatenating or joining the list 1 with the list 2. Then what we are going to get the answer. So let us execute this one. I am taking a list 1 equal to 9, 55, 63, 24, and I am taking list 2 equal to 36, 12, 29, 12. Okay, fine. I have taken list 1 and list 2. Now what will happen if I try to perform addition or joining of list 1 with list 2, or simply I will take another list called another variable, that is concat list equal to list 1 plus list 2. Now what will we are going to get in the concat list? When you perform addition operation, so list 1 plus list 2 means for the list 1, the remaining elements in the list 2 or the elements in the list 2 are going to be added at the ending. So the expected output is 9, 55, 63, 24. Which are the elements of the list 1? Then the elements in the list 2 are going to be added at the ending. What are the elements? 36, 29, 12. Run. To get here 9, 55, 63, 24, 36, 29, 12. This is what we have given here. That means when you try to concatenate or join two lists, then the second list elements are going to be added at the ending of the list 1. Now another question. What will happen if you try to add an integer to a list? Let us try that. We have list 1, that is 9, 5, 5, 63, 24. So I will take that new li. What I am going to do is list 1 plus 10. Now if I try to print newly, now is the element 10 is going to be added to the list 1, or is it going to give the error? That's the most important thing. We got type error. That is, when you perform the addition or concatenation operation, a list can be concatenated only with the list, but not with the any integral value or any float value. That is type error. Can only concatenate list to list only, not to the integer. So if you try to add a normal integer or a float value to a list, then it will give an error of type error. This is the key point. Next, multiplication or repetition. Now if you want to repeat the same list multiple times or repeat the same elements multiple times in the list, then we can use an operator called multiplication or repetition operator. Example, now ABC is a list which consists of 1, 9, 22, 13. So if I take the another variable as DDG equal to ABC into 3, then what we are going to get? So ABC means this is a list into an integer. We are going to get that the same list 3 times. So let us take another one. ADP equal to 1, 9, 12, 3. Now BBQ equal to ADP into 3. Now what it is going to print BBQ? Look at here, 1, 9, 12, 3 into 3. That means it is going to print that 1, 9, 12, 3. How many times it is going to print? It is going to print 3 times. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Run. Look at here. 1, 9, 12, 3 one time. 1, 9, 12, 3 second time. 1, 9, 12, 3 third time. That means, so 1, 9, 22, 13. 1, 9, 22, 13. 1, 9, 22, 13. 1, 9, 22, 13. Now, what will happen if we try to multiply a list with another list? Let us take this ADP, same ADP. First print the ADP, what we have the elements. Yeah, 1, 9, 12, 3 are the elements. Now I will take a list called Bannu, ADP into ADP. Now you will think that there are 4 elements and 4 elements multiplied with the 4 elements, 16 elements. But it is wrong. That is, it is going to give the error, because when you perform multiply sequence, then it should be done only with the integral value. No other type of values are accepted. That means a list can be multiplied only with the integer number. Can't multiply sequence by non-integer of type list. So if you try to multiply a list with another list, it is going to give you the error called type error. Next, membership operator. This operator is used to check whether an element is present in the list or not. It gives the output in the boolean value, that is true or false only, because if we check whether a number is available in the list or not, it will say that yes, it is available, that is true. If it is not available, it will say that no, not available, that means false. So the syntax is a search element. The element which we want to search should be in operator and the list name, or we have the another membership operator called not in. Search element, not in, list name. So these are the two ways. So this in will give the true when the element is available. Then this not in will give the true when the element is not available. Let us take the example. So here 1, 9, 22, 13. 4 elements are there in the list ABC. 9 not in ABC. 9 will be compared with first element. 9 equal to 1. No. 9 equal to 9. Yes. That means 9 not in ABC. It is wrong. So it will give the answer as false. Now another list DDG. DDG have some elements 29, 33, 12. 33 in DDG. That means 33 will compare with 29. It is false. 33 equal to 33. Yes, it is true. So 33 in DDG is true. Let us execute our variables. Now I am going to take the same ADP. I will try to print whether what the elements are there. 1, 9, 12, 3. Now I will try to print 55 in ADP. Is 55 in ADP? 55 equal to 1? No. 55 equal to 9? No. 55 equal to 12? No. 55 equal to 3? No. So the expected answer is false. False. Now print of 3 in ADP. So 3 in ADP means the 3 will be compared with all the elements. That is when until the element found. Otherwise it will search out to the ending of the list. 1 not equal, 9 not equal, 12 not equal, 3. Yes, 3 is equal to 3. It will return the answer as 2. Yes. Now I will check that print 55 not in ADP. 55 not in ADP. 55 not equal to 1, 55 not equal to 9, 55 not equal to 12, 55 not equal to 3. Yes, 55 is not available in the list. So that means the expected answer is 2. Now, print of 3 not in. 3, so 3 not equal to 1, false. Sorry, true. 3 not equal to 9, true. 3 not equal to 12, true. 3 not equal to 3, false. That means 3 is in the ADP. So the answer will be the false. Yes, false. This is membership operator. Next, iteration. So in list, iteration is used to traverse through the elements of the list. That is, if you want to traverse through the entire list, then we can use this iteration. Iterations are nothing but the loops. It can be done using the index number and mainly used in the loops. So, program to print all the elements of the list. Now, I have the list ADP, print of ADP. I will run. Yes, I have 1, 9, 12, 3. So, to print all the elements of the list one by one, for I in ADP, print of I. For the first iteration, I becomes the 1. So, 1 will be printed. In the second iteration, I becomes 9. So, 9 will be printed. For the third iteration, I becomes the 12. So, 12 will be printed. For the fourth iteration, I becomes the 3. 3 will be printed. 1, 9, 12, 3. So, this is iteration. So, for I in list. Next, program to perform sum of all the elements of the list. Now, I want to perform addition of all these things. For that, what I have to do? First, I have to take sum equal to 0. For I in ADP, sum equal to sum plus I. Why? Because initially sum value is 0. I value is nothing but the first 0th index. Second time, first index, that is 9 value. Third time, 12. Fourth time, 3. Now, I will print that sum. 1, 9, 12, 3 means 1 plus 9, 10, 10 plus 12, 22, 22 plus 3, 25. Yes, 25. That is the way we have to perform the sum of all the elements of the list. Now, how can we add elements to an empty list? Such as, if I take the empty list equal to empty, how can I add elements to this list? So, for I in range of some 6. 6 means it is going to take up to the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total how many elements? 6 elements. What I am going to do is x equal to int of input of enter value. So I am going to do that empty underscore list dot append of x. Now I am going to print the empty underscore list. Run the program. Enter value 25. Again it is asking me, that is For the 0th iteration, the x value what I entered is going to be stored into the 0th position of the empty list. Next, I am going to store the 12. So for the first iteration, I mean whenever the I value becomes 1, the value entered at the x is going to appended after the 25. Then 55, 49, 36, 78. Look at here, 25, 12, 55, 49, 36, 78. So this is the way we can add the elements to an empty list. Next, length in the list. How to find the length of a list? To find the length of a list, simply we have a function called length function. Length function is used to find the length of the list. It will count all the elements of the list including the duplicate values. Syntax, length of list name. Now, what is our list? Empty list. So if I try to print empty list, I am going to get these things. Now if I try to print the length of empty list. Length of empty list means 1 element, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means the length of the list is 6. So length of list is 6. 6 elements, total 6 elements. So length function is used to find the length of the list. Next, maximum. Maximum in list is used to find the maximum element of the list. Syntax is max of list name. Now we are having these numbers in a different order. Now what I am going to do is I am going to empty_list dot append of some 1. Then I am going to append 14 and I am going to append 31. Run. Okay, I have appended all those elements. Now if I run that one, empty list, I am going to get all these elements. So if I want to find out the maximum of the list, I no need to verify each and every element every time. Simply what I can do is I can write that max of my list name. My list name is empty list. 25, 12, 55, 49, 36, 78, 1, 14, 31. So 78 is the max. So max of list. Run. So max of list is the 78. Now I have a doubt. A list not only holds the integer values, it might hold the what we call float values also. Now if I want to append list dot append of 98.56, okay, fine. If I try to add the 8.56, if I try to add the 52.35, okay, now I will print the empty list. Run. Look at here, all the elements are there in the previous one and new elements have been appended. Now if you try to find the maximum of the list, so run. 98.56, it is also good. Now another doubt is there for me, that is a list can hold the strings also. If I pass the life, if I pass the Leo, if I pass the Python, run. Okay, so print the list. We got everything. Now if I try to print the maximum of the list, what I am going to get? Simply error, because it will work only if the list is consisting of integer or float values. If a list consists of integer or float values, then only it is going to give the maximum element. Other than that, if any string or character is available in the list, then it is going to return the type error. Type error. Minimum. Min function is used to find the minimum element of the list. Syntax is min of list name. Now I am going to do the pop. So empty underscore list or dot pop. 3 times I have done the doing the pop. Now if I run the list, now I am going to get only the integer and float values. Now if I try to print the min of empt list, that is my list name, run. Now look at here, 1 is the minimum value. I got that. Now what will happen if we try to append this one, and if you try to find the minimum of, first of all I will append, then I will try to find the minimum. So again it will also say that error. That is, if it will, minimum function will only work with a list consisting of the integer or float values. Other than these values such as string or character, it is going to return the type error. Now sorting elements in the Python is very easiest one. That is, we can sort a list by using a method called sort method. That means if you use the sort method without having any parameters, then by default we are going to sort the elements in the ascending order. Now again I will pop these elements, last strings from the list, and then I will try to print the list, what is there in my list, verify. Now run. Look at here, I have all the values. Now I want to sort this list. How can I sort? Is simply list name. What is my list name? Empt underscore list dot sort. Run. I have to run this one. Then I have to print the list name. Empt underscore list. Run. Look at here. All the elements have been sorted. Now you will have a doubt that, so what will happen if you append this one or list, and if you try to run, yes, everything appended. Now what will it will happen if you sort again, my list name dot sort, run, type error. Here also one more point is, the sorting will also perform the sorting. By default, if you don't pass any parameter to the sort method, it will sort in the ascending order until and unless if it consists of the only integer and float values. If any strings or characters are there in that list, it is not going to consider. That is the one of the most important thing we have to remember. Next, sort method will also perform the sorting in the descending order. How it is going to sort in the descending order means, a sort method takes a parameter called reverse equal to true. So I will pop these things again. Now I have this list. Now I want to sort that list into the descending order. So list name dot sort, and what is the parameter I have to pass? Reverse equal to true. Run. Yes, we have completed. Print of list name. Run. Look at here, all the elements have been sorted in the descending order. Here also one more thing is, reverse sorting will also be accepted only if the values are in the integer or float values. If it consists of the character or string values, it is not going to be accepted. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel LifeLiyo. Thank you everyone.